Hi guys, I'm back out again, this time the beautiful Lake District, and I'm halfway up Catbells. I've decided to stay clear of the tourist path which starts at Hawes End. It's just really busy with it being the bank holiday weekend coming up, and the kids are off school. It's just absolutely chock-a-block. So I've came up from the Newlands Valley side. I'm actually camping down there with the family. I've left them. I'd rather be at a mountain than be with my family. That's it. Nah, I love them really. But on the way up, I can just see swarms of people, like tiny little ants going along the ridge up towards the summit of Catbells. Although it would be nice to stop here and just admire the sunset, it's really windy. It's not very sheltered on this side. And I know that it's interfering with the filming because I can see the mic levels in the viewfinder bouncing around. So there's probably a lot of wind noise. So I care about your ears. So I'm going to move on to the east side of the fell, drop down a little bit where it's a bit more sheltered. Look for a place to do a wild camp. There's a couple of old mine workings I want to explore. And plus, I want to be able to enjoy the sunrise tomorrow over Derwentwater. I don't want to be watching the sunset and then looking for a place to do a wild camp in the dark. It's always best to get your camp sorted out before you do anything else. Then you can chill out and relax and do other things. So, right guys, we'll get a move on and we'll find somewhere a bit more quiet to chat. And I've dropped down a little bit on the east side of Catbells. This track runs parallel to the main track, which is on the ridge. It's a bit more windy and it's chock-a-block with people still. You've been a bad lad and you mustn't do it again. So these are the upper mines, which are fenced off for safety reasons. I think there's quite a few down the side of this mountain. In fact, this whole area at one time was lead mining. And I've never been here before, and I'm just thrilled, you know, to be here. Not just to be here, but to do a wild camp as well. That's the level in there. It's extremely dangerous as well. I don't actually think it's a good idea to go in. Got Catbells over there, half sun and half shadow. Beautiful that. That'd be a nice picture that. Like, in fact, I'm gonna grab a picture, guys. And I think, going by the looks of it, I can't see an entrance, but there's got to be one. There's got to be, there could even be a massive hole and a big drop. And I don't know if I'm going to risk going in, guys. What do you think? If you're watching this on YouTube, I must have survived somehow or not gone in. You're going to have to wait and see, guys, see if I go in or not. I'm going to have to be a midget to crawl through there. Luckily, I'm not very tall. Oh. You know what it is? I think this is going to be a perfect spot. Plenty of sheep poo. So it's an ideal spot for me. And I might get a bit of company for the night as well. Get out doing a wild camping. You know it makes sense, you know it makes sense. Bah. Maybe just have a little peek. Even with the light, you cannot really see much. Nah, it's not really what you can see. See from here. Now, I will probably need my other camera to zoom in, but let us tell you guys, that is just a drop. I can just see darkness. I wouldn't recommend anybody going in them sort of mines. It's a fascinating place. So I was saying before how old the mines are, going back to Elizabethan 1500s. I mean, the majority of the mining was later on, but the very early mines were pre-gunpowder. And that rock, you know, can you imagine just hacking away at that, making tunnels? They probably didn't have time to sit back and admire the views. You know, it would have been a totally different world to them. We come here for recreation and enjoy, you know, the beautiful countryside. But they would have come here to work, and it wouldn't have been a very easy life. They probably hated it. Although the views might have been some consolation for them. I suppose the miners would have sat here eating their bait, having their lunch, and had all this beauty. Hello, and what's your name? My name's Damien. Do you want to come and keep us company for the night? I haven't got much room in my bivvy, mine, just enough for one of yous. Not both of yous together. Have I nicked your best spot, have I? Starting to get a little bit dark, actually. Starting to lose the light. Just a touch. But them clouds look threatening. You know, the best bivvy to use, in my opinion, is the British Army bivvy, because it's got a nice big rain flap, just a much better shelter. I'm in the Hunter bivvy, actually. I'll give you a look. Now, the problem with that is it's very small. It's for lightweight backpacking, basically. I've got me silk tarp one in there. Lovely little tarp, that. But I've got nowhere to hang it. But if it does rain, it is forecast to just be a very light shower, if that. You know, I'm the fair weather wanderer, and I'm not usually out when it rains. I get cracking, catches all in a bit. Get out into a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. There was a threat of rain, so I kind of rigged up a bit of a shelter, tarp over the top. It's not pretty. I've got a little bit of space under there, you can't really see. But if it rains, I can just pull the tarp over, connect it to my tripod, and I'm not going to get wet, basically. Until it rains, I'll just fold that back, lay that over here somewhere. And I'm in my Hunter bivvy, and it is reasonably flat under there. I'm on the Thermarest Pro Light. I'm going to use my coat as a pillow. So I'm going to have the noodles and some mackerel fillets. I've got these things here, but I'm a bit frightened to try them. It's the 4th, 2016. So is it worth the risk, guys? You tell me, comments below. Looks like I'm attracting the moths. They're going to get burnt if they hang around here too long. There's just no wind, and all the bugs are coming out as soon as they're all attracted to the light. It hasn't got the sense to fly away. I'm going to get moths in my food every time I film it and try like shine a light on it. I've got the sauce that's sticking in. I don't know what it is. Some kind of spice or something. When I'm waiting for the water to boil, I'll give Reese, Rihanna and Gaza a shout out, and they all love watching my channel. And plus I forgot to do a shout out the last time I was filming. I'm going through a lot of stress at the minute with different things. Well, I'll tell you, lost my dog, and had him for 15 years, and it just couldn't. It was just such a big loss. And on top of that, my dad's not very well. My dad's ill. when something knocks us down, I get up and I just keep going. And I think the minute you start, or the minute you stop caring or fighting and trying to get up after something's hit you and knocked you down, your mental health is very important, your physical health is very important, and you've got to be positive. Always think on the positive side, never be negative. So, Reese, Rihanna, and Gaza, thanks for being big fans of my channel. I really appreciate it. Get out and do it a while camping. It makes sense. It makes sense. It does. Oh man, you see, as soon as I try to do something with one blooming hand, I'm trying to do too much. I just hope it tastes nice. Still got too much water in there, I think. Nowadays I probably needed blooming chopsticks for this, or just bore my lips off. They are nice. I'd be able to eat it better if I wasn't, if I was to put the camera down, but I've got to show you this, like, the style of eating. Very nice. And that's gonna be a more substantial meal. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna switch off the main light because the moths are just attracted to the light. Nobody wants to see us eat me dinner, I eat like a pig and it's not fair on you, you know what I mean? So I'll get away and I'll probably talk this more tomorrow. What a beautiful morning. I woke up just before the sun came up and I just couldn't believe my eyes. It's not often you get mornings like this and beautiful sunrises. I kept looking over towards Catbell because it wasn't truly dark and I could see the silhouette of Catbell in the distance. And I kept thinking of that film, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, that everyone was having that image in their mind of the mountain they were all drawn to. And I was just so drawn to Catbells. It looked so eerie in the night with the mist starting to form around it. Before I leave, I'll check the mines up here. And it's very wet. And I'm crawling in on my knees. It's all sharp bits of stone. It doesn't look like they've gone in very far. Maybe it's about 5 metres or so. It's like they've just made an exploratory level, gone in to see if there was anything worth mining and not really found anything. Yeah. Not really worth going up any further, is it? Some interesting minerals there. There's a few levels, like from here all the way down to the bottom at the road, and the ones near the top are the earliest. So this could be as old as 1500s. Right, I'm going to get out. My knees are killing. Obviously it's never really been big enough, to do any serious mining. It's just been, like I said, an exploratory or a trial level. For whatever reason they stopped digging. Maybe they didn't find much ore. Maybe they found a seam, went so far in and found that it wasn't worth their while digging any further. Still a bit misty down the bottom. bit longer here, and hopefully that mist will clear and I'll have a good look down there as well. Right, I'm going to have a look at the one further up before I leave. Look at them views, guys. Mist is nearly burnt off now. You can kind of see the valley over there, the valley floor. I could probably climb down there, just have a peek, but if I fall down there, it'll be putting me at risk and the people who've got to rescue me as well, which isn't fair on them. And plus, I don't want to like fall down there and not be able to like shout and get rescued because nobody knows I'm here. That's the danger, you see. I could be stranded down there until I don't want to think about it. Dehydrate and die of thirst and hunger. Looks a long way down. Well, I've zoomed in as far as I can go and I can't see the bottom. Maybe as it drops down a couple of metres and levels off, I can't see, and I'm not going to go down and find out. It's too dangerous. And that's the view. Back down to Derwent Water. The mist is starting to clear. You can see the lake now. So I'm going to head down and I'm going to have a look at the other mines. There's quite a few of them down the side of this mountain. I think I'm going to have to get the big torch out. It looks like this one goes in a lot further. I don't know how safe this is going to be. It's just our puddles. I'm just going to go as far as this corner. Dead end up there. And that just keeps going. For how long, I don't know. Nah, I'm not going to go any further. Goodness, how old this place is. Yeah, them flies buzzing everywhere. I'm not going to hang around, I'm going to get out. My feet are already soaking wet. It's a fascinating place. You see all the different colours in the rocks. The white and the grey and the rusty colour. I wonder if that's iron ore. I don't even know what iron ore looks like, but it looks like different types of minerals. There's a little crisp packet in here. Look at that get in. And bones. Look at the bones. The sheep must have crawled in and died. I'm going to go out. I've seen as much as I want to see, and I'm going to get wet for nothing. Tunnels could go on for hundreds of metres for all I know. Beer bottle. Oh. Oh, it's bright out here. I know there's more mines further down the hill, but they're all going to be the same. This is probably the best one I've had a look at. It's been a proper size entrance. You go a little way in, and it has a turn to the left, but it only goes a few metres and it chokes off. So they've probably gone that way and found nothing and then gone the other way. But the tunnel to the right, God knows how long that goes for. But I'm nearly at the track that takes us back to the campsite in the Newlands Valley. So for now I'll get away and I'll catch us all in the next one. Get out and do a bit of exploring. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense.